Happy Friday, everyone. Well, it looks like the best chance of rain across Iowa is going to be during the morning hours today. That said, the rain chance is going to linger into the afternoon and into the evening hours for some. So let's take a look at your forecast for today and tomorrow, breaking it down hour by hour, starting 8 a.m. this morning. And notice we're talking about scattered showers and storms across the northern half of the state in particular. The farther south and east you live, I think the smaller the rain chance. But I do think pretty good chance of some rain for the morning commute. Sioux City, Fort Dodge, Waterloo, Mason City. And I do need to mention the chance for the Quad City as well, though looking smaller in places farther to the north and west. Now, this area of scattered activity is going to generally try and push to the south and east, but look what happens as we go forward in time. By the time we get to 11 a.m., really we're transitioning back to isolated showers and weak storms, definitely more gaps showing up, but chance of rain still there, just about for anyone, but still kind of focused across the northern half of the state, still the better chance. And then by the time we get into the early afternoon, I think we're just talking about a stray shower or two here or there. Lots of gaps showing up, many dry in the early afternoon and the late afternoon. Still a chance, still a few green spots showing up. And at this point, probably mainly in the eastern half of the state by the late afternoon, but even there, it is not looking like much. Let's talk about temperatures this afternoon. So because the cloud cover and the small rain chance will linger longer in the eastern half of the state, it does look a little bit cooler. Temperatures mid to upper 80s, but as we go to the west, we're talking about upper 80s, low 90s, maybe even a couple spots in the southwestern part of the state getting into the mid 90s. Across the state today, winds pretty even, gusts 20-25 miles per hour no matter where you are, so we will call it a breezy afternoon. Now, unfortunately, during the evening hours in the eastern part of the state, we do have a small chance of severe storms beginning around 9 o'clock. And we're talking about from places like Waterloo on to the east. So west of Waterloo, no chance of severe storms and really hardly any chance of rain because we are just talking about isolated showers and storms during the evening hours. But beginning around 9 o'clock, can't rule out that the isolated storms that do pop up could produce wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour and perhaps some penny-sized hail. So beginning around 9, notice this activity starting to push to the east at 11 o'clock. So right now it's looking like the most likely time for the Quad Cities to possibly, though I don't want to guarantee this is going to happen, but the possibility is there. It looks like the most likely time for catching one of these storms that could be severe, though more likely just heavy rain and lightning is going to be around midnight. By 1 a.m., this activity will have pushed off to the east and the severe threat will be over with. So we're looking at a window from about 9 o'clock this evening until 1 a.m. for the eastern third of the state. Got to mention it, though. Most likely just going to be some heavy rain and lightning, and some could miss out because it is going to be isolated storms. So let's skip some time now to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, where the isolated showers and storms will be gone from eastern Iowa. In fact, I think the entire state is going to be dry during the early morning hours. But as early as 11 a.m. on Saturday, we're going to see new activity push in to the western part of the state, particularly the northwestern part of the state. Places like Sioux City, for example, the rain chance beginning around 11 a.m. Saturday morning. And it never looks like it's going to get that widespread. The latest model's not impressed. This is a cold front that's going to be pushing into the state. But right now it's looking like the activity is probably going to remain isolated. The problem is it is going to be a hot and humid day. And hot and humid enough that the storms that do pop up do have the potential to be severe. So it's not going to be widespread rain, but we do have to watch out for isolated severe storms. Beginning as early as about 2 o'clock as we get into the afternoon hours, and we really see our temperatures start to ramp up. So really got to keep a chance in there really for everyone in the state, the possibility of a severe storm. But I do have to stress that look at 5 o'clock, look how many gaps are showing up in the activity. So it's not a guarantee you're going to see rain on Saturday, but the chance is there for everyone. And yeah, it is really going to be a hot day. I mean, I think a lot of us are at least going to get into the low 90s with humidity, so at least feeling like the mid 90s. And I do think there are going to be some spots, again, particularly in the southwestern parts, that get into the mid to upper 90s for highs. Also, in western Iowa, it is going to be windy Saturday afternoon. For central and eastern Iowa, I'll just call it breezy, gusts 20 to 25. Those gusts getting around 30 miles per hour in places like Sioux City. Now, I still got to keep a chance in there for isolated showers and storms through the early evening hours on Saturday. But notice There's a lot more going on in Wisconsin, so we definitely think the greater severe weather threat is up there, more widespread rain up there, but we got to keep the chance in afternoon through the early evening hours across the state on Saturday. Still some questions about how widespread the activity is going to be, so look for an update tomorrow morning.